gosh, you guys, I am setting up for a wedding right now and it is absolutely beautiful. Like, I want to get married today, or at least I want to be best friends with the person that is getting married. She has this big canvas that says the Anna Green Gables quote about Octobers. And she also, to make things even better, because the Anna Green Gables quote is getting a bit cliche, even though I love it still, she has a Marilyn Robinson quote on this giant mirror. Like, it is just so beautiful, and I want to be best friends with her. And oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. The book I'm reading right now is A Discovery of Witches, and I have read this book before. However, it's been quite some time. I recommended it to 2 people recently, 3 actually. And then I was like, oh, it's been a while since I've read it. I want to reread it myself and read the rest of the series because I've only read the first 2 and there's 2 more, I think. So anyway, I'm really enjoying it. If you don't know what this book is about, it's a perfect fall book. Basically, it is about this witch named Diana, and she does not want to be a witch, so she kind of squelches all her magical powers, basically, and she is just like a scholar, and she is from America. She is connected with one of the really well-known witch families, who was like involved in the Salem witch trials and all that sort of stuff. They're also known within the witch community to have loads of power and just be really powerful women. So anyway, she's from America. She's studying right now at Oxford, just in the library, which is like so cozy. Like, the atmosphere is perfect for anyone who loves books. She's just studying at the library, doing research, that sort of thing. And all of a sudden this book comes up that she never placed, like a call order slip or whatever. I don't know how it's really done, but basically you fill out a slip or something and then the book gets placed on hold for you or something like that, and you can get it. Well, this book arrives that she never requested, but of course she adds it to her stack and she looks through it and she just feels drawn to like the power of the book, but because she's so like against magic and stuff, she just kind of like glances at it and then puts it back. Well, all of a sudden then all these creatures start following her. So this book deals with witches, demons, and vampires, which are like the 3, I guess, creatures. And they are just all following her. Like, basically everyone has been after this book and she's the only one that has seen it. Anyway, so basically Diana is being followed by all these creatures, the main one being a vampire named Matthew, who is also a scholar and seems to have been involved in everything. Like, he is an expert in neurology. He apparently is a doctor. He studied wolves. Like, basically he's had loads of time to do things and to keep his mind active. So anyway, he specifically starts following her and also kind of protecting her at the same time. And there's a lot of sexual tension between them, which obviously I have read the second book, but I didn't notice the tension as much the first time because I was listening to it and I definitely like, I definitely noticed it later, but I don't think I noticed it as early, and I think it was because I was listening and not reading it and picking up on all the little things that, like, yep, there's a lot of tension. So to summarize, what I'm trying to say is this is basically Twilight for grown-ups. So it is Sunday, and I just want to give you an update on my reading. So I'm still reading A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I'm taking a brief break on that because I'm a reader for NetGalley, and I'm such a slacker reader for NetGalley. Like, basically, as with book buying, I always request way more books than I can ever read, and maybe I request them and then later when I actually get them, I'm not actually interested in them anymore. So I decided that I want to make sure that I keep getting books on NetGalley by really focusing on reading what I'm given. And so I've decided that every single week I'm going to read one book from NetGalley. And so I'm putting a discovery on, which is on hold briefly, so I can read. I don't know why I'm showing you my Kindle, but that's where it is. Oh, William by Elizabeth Strout. Now, I just started it. I'm hardly into it. It comes out on Tuesday, but her writing is just so cozy for me. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's all character-driven, literary fiction, and I realized that over the course of the pandemic, like, I have kind of let literary fiction go, and I think it's just because, like, it is more thought-provoking and stuff like that, and I feel like maybe I've been craving escapism sort of things. But yeah, coming back to Elizabeth Strout is just so lovely. Like, I don't even know. Just reading her makes me feel so cozy. So I'm going to keep reading Oh, William I was going to say this weekend, but I only have today left. Today, try and get through it. I am going to be eating a veggie breakfast burrito for breakfast because I am full-on vegan now, at least for the time being, due to medical stuff. And then I'm going to go and clean up after the wedding from last night because last night it was too late, too dark, too tired, blah, blah, blah. It's really hard for me to clean at night, so I just turned on the alarms, locked up the house, and I'm coming back today to clean. Then I hope I will have some time to chill and read at my apartment after I'm done with that. And then later tonight I have family book club, which I'm so excited for because I just adore my family book club. So if you haven't heard about that on my channel, basically it's like my mom's cousin, Molly, and her daughter, Carrie, who is close to my age, created this book club. And so now it's like my mom's cousins, any of them who wants to join, and then their kids, whoever wants to join. So yeah, we're just meeting at Molly's daughter's house, who she's closest to my age. And we are reading Among the Hidden by Margaret Patterson Haddix or something like that. And again, it's kind of related to what I was talking about literary fiction, that my cousin Molly, or she's actually my mom's cousin, my cousin once removed, or I don't know. No, her daughter is once removed. Anyway, she has been devouring children's books and YA books just because that's what she's craving right now during this pandemic. And so I have been recommending children's books and YA books to her. I recommended the Nevermore books and she has devoured all of them. I'm still needing to read the second one, so she's way ahead of me. So we decided to read Among the Hidden because I love that book so much. It's one of my favorite children's books, and I think the main thing I like about it is that you can read it as a kid and it's really fast-paced and exciting and all that stuff, but you can also read it as an adult or as an older child and really see all the themes that are present in there. There are loads of discussion points that you could have, which is kind of helpful in a book club. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really good meeting tonight. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. I will take you with me, and yeah, I hope you have a good weekend. Bye! It is such a nice day today. Amelia, what you doing? Good morning, everyone. It's Monday. I still have about 20 minutes until I have to go to work. I think that I am going to upload this on Thursday and maybe try and get into a habit of uploading on Thursdays, just because to me, Thursday night is kind of the start of the weekend. It's the day that I get all my stuff done, grocery shopping, cleaning, all that sort of stuff, so that when I'm home for the weekend, my apartment is clean, my fridge is stocked, and it's just like a natural transition for me. So I might continue this vlog until Thursday and then upload it Thursday after conferences. Anyway, I did finish Elizabeth Strout's newest book, which is on my Kindle, so you can't even see what it looks like. It's called William, not Old William, although he is really old in the book. And yeah, actually for the Reading Women's Challenge, if you need a book with an older protagonist, yeah, this would be it, because it's basically about a woman talking about the life of her former husband, not ex-husband, because they're still really good friends, her former husband, and just the trials that he's gone through in his life, particularly of the last couple years. And Elizabeth Strout's writing is just so cozy to me. Like, I just felt drawn in and loved her writing so much. Like, it's just so familiar and cozy to me. I will say that I think that this book would probably be better if you had read her other books, particularly My Name is Lucy Barton, which is my ultimate favorite book of hers. I felt so connected to that book, although not in the obvious reasons, I would say. But yeah, you can read any of her books out of order. They're all standalones, but they do kind of relate to each other, and characters pop in and out of them. And for this one, I think it would be nicer if you had a good understanding of who Lucy is, although she does do some review in here. So anyway, Lucy is the one who was married to William, and she's basically an author as well. And so she's telling the story of her former husband, William, and the trials that he's had recently. And I don't think that I need to say more than that, because it is kind of character driven, and you will see some of the stuff that has happened to him recently in his life. But I think there's just like lots of themes on love and family and friendship, and relationships that don't always fit the traditional roles that you think they should, as you know, in regards to like calling someone your former husband rather than an ex-husband, and still being friends with them and going to dinner and talking to them on the phone and things like that. And yeah, also about like, what do you really know about somebody? Like, we're all so much individuals, and do you ever know all of somebody? And what different perspectives, I guess, can people have when they come from different angles? So yeah, I'm really glad I finished that. So good. Comes out Tuesday, probably a few days ago by the time you watch this. But if you're into Elizabeth Strout, you should definitely read it. Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday, and it's already by far like the perfect day. So every single Tuesday at my school district, we have a late start day, which means that the kids start an hour later and the teachers actually start a bit earlier so that we can have meetings and things. So once a month we have a sleep-in day where we do not have meetings. The kids still start an hour later, and just so that parents can have like a consistent schedule and teachers get the day to like have a hour shortened day. So this morning I woke up at the exact same time, and then I just got really cozy and read this book. I forgot what it's called, but I will put a picture up, and it is like so good so far. Like, I'm just really sucked into it. Basically, this woman is a slave, but she... Oh, there's a deer. Okay, so this girl is a slave. Her name is Delilah. No, not Delilah. Anyway, something that starts with a D. And she like basically knows, or she finds out by looking at this book, probably a Bible or something, that she is actually the daughter of like her master or whatever. And so she has always been treated very well by the master's mother. And on her 16th birthday, the grandmother decides that she's going to take her into town. They're going to go shopping. She's going to celebrate her. She allows this girl to dress up in a really beautiful dress. So she kind of like dotes on her and stuff like that, even though she's a slave, because she knows that she's her granddaughter. And also she is pretty light-skinned. So anyway, she is really bored in the store that the grandma is in, and asks if she can like go across the street. And she just ends up browsing, and sorry, I thought I heard something. Ends up kind of like getting a bit carried away and lost. And this guy finds her, and basically she can't find her way back to her grandma, and they end up just going away together, and they decide they're gonna get married. Like, it's quite clear that he needs something from her, and she obviously needs something from him, to be taken away from the life of a slave. So the story continues. We figure out exactly why he wanted her. We already know why she wanted him in a way, although she didn't really intend to leave. It was kind of an accidental running away, if that's possible. And yeah, the story goes on, and it just gets really crazy, and I'm really enjoying it a lot. There's I wouldn't say there's twists, because it's not really that unpredictable, but it's really enjoyable, and lots of stuff is happening, and I'm definitely like motivated to like read it in all my spare minutes. So that's what's going on. Now I'm going for a walk, and then I'm gonna leave for work. So one thing I will say about these late start days is the sleep-in ones are very strategically placed. So like this week is conferences. So on Tuesday and Thursday, I have to work until 7 p.m. And so it's really nice to have a late start day, sleep-in day, when you have to work so late. So yeah, I will be at work from like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. today. And then, yeah, we'll see how conferences go. It was really nice that most of my conferences were actually scheduled all today. I have a few sprinkled in the rest of the week, but mostly they're today. You guys, this book is so good. I have like 15 minutes before my next conference, and I'm like frantically reading it, trying to finish. All right, you guys, it's 7:40. I'm still at work. I'm on page 249 of this book, and I have to read till 3:21. So I'm almost done. I need to get home and finish this book. It is so good. I think that I heard about it from Dee Dee from Brown Girl Reading, and I think she gave it like 3 stars, but I am like loving it. So I want to finish it and then listen again to her review and figure out what she didn't like about it. She didn't hate it. She enjoyed it, but she had a few quibbles, and I think it regarded mostly the ending. So yeah, I'm just curious to rewatch it now that I've read that book and see what she thinks about it. Hello everyone, it's Wednesday. I wanted to show you what book I started because I finished What Passes as Love, which I definitely need to do like a full review of. But I started Hazel's Theory of Evolution, which is by Lisa Jean Bigelow, and I think this book like has something to do with Kalamazoo, Michigan, or she goes to Kalamazoo at some point, because I heard that a bunch of it would be like familiar to me. Like I would actually recognize the locations and things that were in the book, and also possibly Chicago. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, anyway, that's the book that we're reading for our Reading the Rainbow book club. So if you want to join us, feel free to let me know below, or you can just read it, you know, along with us and not participate in the discussion. But basically, we're trying to read books that are more diverse as far as their inclusivity of LGBTQ people. In this story, I'm only one chapter in, but she has two moms. She just moved to a new school, and she's just really struggling because she's in 8th grade, and she has 1 year until high school, and she had to leave her best friend for the 8th grade year. And then because they're like area where they live in is so tiny, they're actually going to be together for high school. So she has 1 year without her best friend, and she just has to make the most of it. I think that's what the book's going to be about. I don't know. We'll see.